Community colleges can be a catapult to economic mobility, dramatically increasing earnings, and almost all of them are open admission. But most of the students that start degree programs do not complete them on time, and many don't finish at all. Hari Srinivasan reports on a program that is spreading nationally to increase community college graduation rates. It's part of our series, Rethinking College.
Blessing Henderson is about halfway through an associate's degree in culinary arts and business at Cincinnati State.
When I'm in the kitchen, I'm in my zone. Like, I love it.
I'm sauteed in a different pan.
The 28-year-old is on campus here 3 days a week. She takes a full-time course load and balances school with a part-time job and being a single mom to a 12 and 5-year-old.
I'm here from 9 in the morning till 6 p.m. sometimes. So
But you can't cook over Zoom.
I can't cook over Zoom, so I have to be here. So it does get stressful. It's a lot of hours.
International is in the fall, yeah.
But despite balancing all those commitments, Henderson is on track to finish her degree in 2 years, a feat that less than 20% of community college students manage in the United States. She says a big reason is being in a program called C-State Accelerate.
I couldn't drive up here on a donut.
Tammy Larkins is the program's director.
We're able to mitigate some of those barriers and make the road just a little bit easier.
The program is open to full-time Pell Grant eligible students, meaning they come from lower-income households, and covers all tuition and fees not covered by financial aid. Primarily funded with philanthropic donations, the program costs about $1,750 per student per year.
When I graduate, I won't know anything. It's like too good to be true. I couldn't believe it. But that's one of the greatest. That's the selling point.
Yeah.
And then everything else is like a bonus to the package. So
Those bonuses include help with books and gas and even the occasional emergency expense, which makes a huge difference for Henderson, who lives in Dayton, Ohio, and commutes an hour each way.
I have a flat tire, so I've been borrowing my mom's car to get here. And C-State has offered to help me get my tire fixed. So with that, it's a load off my back because I was wondering, what am I going to do?
Each student in the program also gets access to a counselor called a triage coordinator.
So our triage coordinators are like your own personal life coach, whether it's just, who am I supposed to be talking to now? What are my next steps? What should I be doing? Or it could be, I'm not doing so well in this class and I just need to lift me up. More than an accountability partner, more than a coach. They are your person.
For me, they're honestly second parents. They've been there for me when I was at my lowest, and I don't know what I'd do without them.
Mickey Harris is studying electrical engineering technology at C-State and will finish an associate's degree next May after 4 years in the military and a couple of failed attempts at college.
College has always been like really hard for me. I did well in high school, but high school and college are like two different things, like on two different spectrums. And kind of just like controlling my own schedule and scheduling my own classes and just kind of figuring out where things lie and what I wanted to do for the rest of my life is very intimidating.
Harris credits the C-State Accelerate program with getting on track.
They've helped me not only emotionally and financially, but they've just been such a big family to me.
The Accelerate program here at Cincinnati State is not a new idea. In fact, it was modeled on a program from New York City that showed so much progress that we told you about it 7 years ago. Only 17% of CUNY's full-time community college students get a degree in 3 years. For ASAP students, the rate is 57%. ASAP stands for Accelerated Study and Associates Programs, and since we visited in 2016, the program has only grown. Christine Brogniart runs ASAP for the City University of New York.
We started with a small cohort of 1,200 students in 2007, and now we are serving 42% of the full-time associate degree seeking population across CUNY.
As ASAP has expanded, those who are in the program graduate within 3 years at more than double the rate of those who are not.
There's millions of community college students, and there's about 1,000 community colleges in the country, and so this program could really be a game changer for students around the country.
Alex Mayer is the Director of Post-Secondary Education at MDRC, a nonprofit research organization that has performed randomized control studies on the ASAP model to test its effectiveness.
This approach really gives very high confidence that the program is working, and even now we've just released findings after 8 years, and the students are continuing to graduate at higher rates than the students in the control group.
We really wanted to continue to test the evidence, meaning we wanted to see if we could take this model, knowing how effective it's been in this very particular CUNY context. And we wanted to see do these findings hold in other implementation contexts, such as in Ohio. And that's really where we started with our replication work.
In 2015, versions of ASAP were rolled out at 3 Ohio community colleges, including Cincinnati State. While there was some adaptation allowed, gas cards instead of public transportation cards, for instance, the idea was to maintain the fidelity of the model. Monica Posey is the president of Cincinnati State.
We knew what we were doing was making a difference. We heard it from the students. We saw it at our commencement, but to actually get the validated study was really awesome.
Like in New York, students in the demonstration programs in Ohio graduated at nearly double the rate as those not in the program. But despite the success at Cincinnati State, Accelerate wound down in 2018 after the 3-year study was over.
We had to stop the program. We just did not have the funds in the institution to continue it.
Community colleges, they're doing a lot for their students, but they're typically underfunded. The challenge is being able to support the community colleges to implement the program and to implement what we know has been effective.
But the cost has not fully stopped Cincinnati State. The college restarted the program in the fall of 2021 after raising $3.5 million from donors.
That return on investment will look like economic growth and upward mobility for this region. Because as we know, when students graduate, that increases employability and changes the whole trajectory of their lives.
That upward trajectory is in the data as well. Last month, a new study showed that those who took part in the original Ohio demonstration were earning 11% more compared to those in the control group. It's a finding that CUNY's Christine Brongniart says adds to the evidence that this model works and should be rolled out beyond the 7 states where versions are up and running.
We're working now to work more with state systems at scale versus working more ad hoc with individualized colleges.
At the C-State Accelerate office on campus, student Blessing Henderson says that in addition to the financial aid and counseling, the program creates a sense of community.
When you walk in, everyone's smiling. They're always happy to see you. I don't know. I think it's honest. They do a good job of faking it if they don't. It's just happy. Everybody's like family.
So somebody that's kind of in your corner for you.
Yes. Being in college has expanded my horizons and my mental, just how I communicate, the way I think about things. So I don't know what I'm going to do after this. I hope to keep going though.
For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Hari Srinivasan in Cincinnati, Ohio.